Rick DLT asks, how can I work on being more inviting towards people? I want to work on having better conversations with my peers and having insightful relations, but there's always a boundary still after. I allow myself already to be open. Any advice? Hey Rick, that's such a kind, nice question. I like that you want to have insightful relations. Now, I like also that you say you were working on being open. In the social skills that I teach and the way that people really connect the quickest, I could break it down into two things. You getting naked, unzipping yourself, getting yourself to be completely open. And that means getting your vulnerabilities out there. Now, being open doesn't just mean, oh, I had a nice day today. Oh, I really wish that the 49ers would have won. Being vulnerable means talking about things, acting certain ways in which others may not accept you. Okay? So if you talk about only things that you know are going to be acceptable, that's not a vulnerability. Vulnerabilities are how people connect. If you want an example of a vulnerability you could use with friends or people that you're meeting, you could tell them like a guilty pleasure. Something like, you know what? When I'm all by myself and nobody's watching, I like to listen to some Britney Spears, a little bit of toxic, if you will. Now, if you're a guy, that might be something that people might judge you for, which is a vulnerability, something that you can be confident about and be positive about, even though people might judge you for it. That's a vulnerability. When you meet people and when I meet people, the first thing I want to do is I want to get at as many vulnerabilities as I can. The next thing I want you to do is encourage the person that you're talking to be just as vulnerable as you are. The first step in doing so is being vulnerable yourself. But then after that, I want you to ask them questions. Now say you ask them and say, what's your guilty pleasure? And say, oh, I don't know. Sometimes I like listening to like, you know, pop music. I don't always listen to tough guy rap music. And if they just stop there and you allow that, that's not truly opening them up. So you say, really, what kind of pop music? What is it? Maybe a little Dolly Parton? Maybe a little Ariana Grande? Maybe that's your style. Push them. Then if they say, yeah, Ariana Grande, say, why? What is it about Ariana Grande? Is it the lyrics? Is it because you have no tears left to cry either? And when you get that out of them and you get to see their real side, a side of them that others don't usually see, that is when two people could look at each other naked, like I said before, completely undressed, personality-wise, and see if they truly can connect and see if they truly like each other. So it's not just about being open, it's about being as vulnerable as possible and as quickly as possible. That's it for today. I love you. If you have another question for the wingman, God, that's cheesy. What I have a new feature in this video series. Go onto Instagram, go onto my profile, which is Anthony Resinello. Make a video message to me and ask me a question on video. Hi Anthony, how are you? Blah, 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 blah. Send it to me. I'm gonna put it on my next video and answer it. I think it's gonna be a little more fun than just reading text. What do you think? Okay, that's about it. Subscribe. Put on all notifications. Like. Do a comment down below. Do whatever you want. I'm Anthony Resinello, and I'll see you next time.